Hello, welcome to Elif's kitchen. Today, I'd like to share the recipe for homemade spinach pastry. To be notified about my new recipes, please do not forget to subscribe to my channel and turn on the notifications by clicking the bell icon. So let's start. I have about 1 kilogram of spinach. I cleaned it and chopped it up. I washed it for 5 or 6 times. I put it in the strainer and let it wait. I will knead the dough now. In the kneading bowl, I put 8½ cups of flour and 3 tablespoons of yogurt. Now I add 1 egg. Turns out my egg is double yolked. I'm adding half a teacup of vegetable oil and a pack of baking powder. I add enough salt. I added about a dessert spoon and a half. Now I add 1 cup of water. I'm going to add more water gradually. I start kneading the dough, adding the water step by step. I added approximately 2 cups of water in total. Please do not add the water all at once. Add it gradually. As you can see, I'm kneading the dough. If you are going to knead it by hand, you still have to knead very well. It has to be a soft dough that doesn't stick to the hand. Look, this is how it's gonna be. I took the dough on the counter. I sprinkle some flour on the counter and knead again on the counter. It is important that the dough is nicely kneaded. Then I cut it into pieces to be about the size of a tangerine. I split the dough into 20 equal parts. I balled them on a tray that I sprinkled with flour. I covered the pieces with a cloth and leave them for about 15–20 minutes. Meanwhile, I will be preparing the inner mortar. The spinach has been waiting in the strainer. I put it in a deep bowl. I add 1½ dessert spoon of salt and mix it up. I rub them with my hands. Now I will squeeze the spinach juice, because if we don't do so, our pastry will be juicy. It's not good that way. As you can see, I squeezed the water well. Now I add half a bunch or so of fresh onions. I add 1 full dessert spoon of mint and some chili peppers. Now I add approximately half a teaspoon of black pepper and half a teacup of liquid oil. I'm mixing the mortar. You can add feta cheese if you want, but I don't. I have my mortar ready. To butter the dough, I melted 125 grams of margarine and I add a cup of liquid oil on it. I mix it up and take it aside. I'm starting to roll the dough. I sprinkle some flour and I roll them up to the size of a plate. I rolled all my dough as you can see. By oiling between, I grouped them into 2 with 10 pieces. Between each pair, I brush about 1 tablespoon or so of oil. I put it on each dough. I'm spreading thoroughly with a brush or with my hands. As you can see, I greased them all. Now I have 2 groups of 10. One is going to be the bottom of my pastry and the other the top. As you can see, they are greasy. Tugging with my hand, I open them to the size of a tray. It opens very easily because it is already a soft consistency dough. As you can see, I graced the baking tray and I placed the dough I opened. I'm spreading the inner mortar on it. Now I'm tugging the other graced dough again to the size of a tray. I'm putting it on the mortar. If there is excess, you can push it towards the middle with your hands. I'm pressing on it with my fingers and close the edges. We have some margarine mixture left. I'm pouring it on my pastry. We need to pour a lot of oil on it, which may seem like a lot to you, but it's not. I'm putting the pastry in 160-170 degree heated oven with upside down setting. I cooked for about 45 minutes until the top is golden brown. I got it from the oven. You see, it's crispy. I'm covering it with a cloth, and I let it wait for about 10 minutes. Then I slice it. I'm putting it on a serving plate. Look, you can see the layers one by one. It's amazing. I serve it when hot with yogurt. I strongly recommend you to try this recipe. It's a traditional and very delicious recipe. I hope you try and like it. I'm waiting for your comments. Thank you for watching my video.